The sound of football finally back. It's finally here. The first game of the season ended. Man, it had everything. A great game. Romo and Eli battling it out. NFC East rivalry renewed. Mariah Carey at before the show. Oh my gosh, she's fine, man. Hey, Mariah, let me just talk to you for a second. How about you just dump Nick Cannon and just give me a call? I mean, because you haven't aged a bit. Just give me a call. Forget Nick Cannon. What's he ever done in his career? But in other words, Mariah Carey is still gorgeous, and if she gave me an hour, I would give her the world. Gwen Stefani, not so much. I would have to say about you, Gwen Stefani, that your career or your band, no doubt. Well, I have no doubt that your career is over. You should probably go stick to being Miss Gavin Rosdale. Anyway, let's get to the game. The tail of the tape. We all know what happened last year. The Giants beat the Cowboys in Week 17, knocked them out of the playoffs. They actually swept them because the first game, the Giants came back from down 13, and Eli Manning did work and knocked them out of the playoffs. And the Cowboys missed a field goal, but that's that. And we come into this game. We didn't know what Jason Witten was going to play or not. He was doubtful on the scouting report, but he did play. He didn't do much, though. He only had 2 catches, 10 yards. And I'm kind of not shocked about that because a ruptured spleen is one of those injuries. You're not going to be your full 100%, not even 50% really. But I credit Jason Witten for having the heart to come out today and being there for his team. He didn't do much, but he committed a lot of penalties today. But he was there for the team. He showed that he gives 2 cents. The first quarter we saw a very defensive stand. There was a fumble by the Giants running back. There was not much scoring really going on. Both quarterbacks struggle in their own right. The thing about the Dallas Cowboys offensive line is that number one, they commit too many penalties, and number two, I think they got to do a better job of protecting Romo. They did a decent job tonight, but that was without the holding, the false starts, or whatever. And then Romo made that one really bad interception, though. He was blinded, couldn't tell where he was going, picked off by Michael Boley, almost took it back all the way. But the Giants got to the 1-yard line of the Dallas territory. And this is where I think they missed Brandon Jacobs right here. And Mari Manningham, but I don't think they're going to miss Manningham as much as people think, although he made that spectacular catch in last year's Super Bowl against the Patriots. I think they'll miss Brandon Jacobs more than they will miss Mari Manningham, in my personal opinion. It is for the red zone. Ahmad Bradshaw takes the first carry. He gets tackled for a loss of 3. And then the next play, same idea, nothing happens. In the third play, there was a lot of people saying it was pass interference. I'm kind of willing to agree with that because Victor Cruz did get a little bit of contact on that right shoulder right here from Scandrick, but there was no flag, so the play moved on. And so they kicked the field goal 3-0, and then Dallas closed the half by giving a wide open touchdown pass to Kevin OgleTree? Let me ask y'all a personal question. How many people have Kevin OgleTree on your fantasy team? And how many of you are actually going to pick him up after this performance this week? But seriously though, he put up a show today. He showed flashes when Miles Austin and others were struggling the first half. Wouldn't struggle the entire game, but Miles Austin and Des Bryant were struggling the first half as Dallas was only going to halftime with a 7-3 lead, and then Dallas woke up. 40-yard pass to Kevin OgleTree made it 14-3, and the Giants' offense was finally starting to appear to get some rhythm. However, Victor Cruz, who was spectacular last year, he kept dropping passes like it was nothing, like he's 3-0. What's your problem, dude? You get more shine. I mean, you know you're going to be targeted more. You gotta catch the ball first, because the problem is he's looking downfield before he's looking at the ball. And that's just what you don't do. And you're dropping passes like you're Terrell Owens. And look where Terrell Owens is at. He's shopping groceries at Walmart. But anyway, and then Giants drove down. Ahmad Bradshaw did get a 10-yard touchdown, 14-10. Dallas, DeMarco Murray had a quiet game, totally a 48-yard rush, which woke him up, and he ended up dominating the rest of the game on the ground. They only got a field goal that drive that he got the 48-yard rush, so 17-10. Go in the fourth quarter. Romo, the Cowboys were getting plagued by penalties again. There was a holding, a couple false starts, but then Miles Austin, who was doing good before that catch in the fourth quarter, didn't catch a pass in the fourth, caught a 34-yard touchdown pass where he jumped way up in the air, caught it, ran it, 24-10, and the Giants were in trouble. And then Eli had to do everything in his power to keep the game alive, going for it on fourth down twice and converting both of them, and then completing a touchdown pass to former Cowboys backup tight end Martellus Bennett, 24-17. We all thought, now we all had those questions, and everybody at home, the Dallas fans knew it, the Giants fans were asking themselves, is it going to happen again? Is Eli going to come back? Will Dallas blow another game? But they didn't. They didn't. Romo completed the pass to, once again, OgleTree, who ended up with 8 catches, 114, and 2 touchdowns. And it was a dominating display in terms of Kevin OgleTree. I don't know if he's ever going to have a game like that again, but he's a threat to look at when you consider Des Bryant, Miles Austin, Jason Witten. You got to keep an eye on Kevin OgleTree now. Or maybe. Nobody knows, but now he's a threat. And I think teams are going to look into him a little more. But overall, the Dallas Cowboys played a great game tonight. No one knew how they're going to be. No one still knows how they're going to be. It's only week 1. But Dallas looked pretty good today, The defense looked pretty stout for the most part. Tony Romo struggled at first, but he got it together through 307 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 1 pick. He was really accurate, 22-29. He was doing pretty good. And the Giants, they're gonna have some holes to fill out. I think they're gonna miss Jacobs, but Bradshaw got it together after a while. He had 17 carries, 78 yards and a touchdown. Victor Cruz was the leading receiver, though he dropped 3 or 4 passes with 6 catches, 58. Dominic Hickson, 3 catches, 55. Also of note, DeMarcus Ware picked up his 100th sack in his career. He's one of the best in the league, one of the best defenders and linebackers in the league. He's spectacular at everything he does on defense, except maybe pass defending. But even that, sometimes he does it. But anyway, and Antrell Roll was the leading defender on the New York side of the ball with 9 tackles. Cowboys face the Seattle Seahawks at Seattle next week. I think that's going to be a really tough test for Dallas. So they better have their A game on next week as well. The Giants have another home game against a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, which people are saying are getting better. I think they're still the same. I don't think too highly of the Tampa Bay Bucs. I think the Giants should win next week. But then again, a lot of people were predicting the Giants to win tonight because the Super Bowl defending champion hasn't lost since the 99-2000 season when Elway retired. So it's been that long since a Super Bowl champ lost their first game of the season, and the Giants just broke that trend tonight. But anyway, the MVP, I'm going to give it to Tony Romo tonight. Thank you for watching this review. I'll be covering Sunday's games as well. Leave your comments below. Leave your questions below, and I'm out.